Hi everyone, I'm Emily Leeks and I want to talk to you a little bit about the breath in somatics practice. So, have you ever found yourself in a somatics class or in your practice getting a little bit confused about what you are supposed to be doing with the breath? If so, A, you're not alone, and B, I'm here to explain a little bit more and give you hopefully a little bit more clarity around that. So the first thing that I think is really, really important with our somatics practice is if you're in any doubt about what the cueing is around the breath or what you're supposed to be doing, is to go with what feels natural to you. That might be, yes, it feels natural to me to inhale as I arch, or it might feel natural to just keep your breath going in out as you gently arch, right? Or to exhale when you arch. But the real most important thing is to just keep breathing. If you think, oh, am I supposed to be breathing in or out? What am I supposed to be doing? And we stop breathing, then that is going to hinder our movement. So if in doubt, just breathe as normal. Another thing that I think is really important is not to make ourselves wrong if we hold our breath. Goodness knows we've all done it, particularly when you're concentrating on something that's quite new or quite complex, or there's little details that you're trying to focus on, and then your somatics teacher might say, and remember to breathe, and you think, oh gosh, yeah, I haven't been breathing for ages. Like, we have all been there. So just not making it wrong if you hold your breath, or if your breath goes the other way to what's being cued, that's completely fine. Just notice that and stay curious about it. But the reason that we might be cueing the breath is to do with what happens naturally in our bodies when we breathe. So as you are, wherever you are at the moment, sitting, standing, lying down, I don't know how you're watching this video, but as you breathe, we know that if we're just breathing naturally and easily, that the breath tends to come and down into our belly, right? So what happens is, as we inhale, is our belly comes a little bit out away from our body, and as we exhale, it sort of gently floats back in again. And so what we will often cue, particularly with something like the arch and flatten, is on the arch, we might say inhale, because as your belly gently rises, your lower back kind of wants to follow that movement. So the belly rises and the back also rises as you arch. And then we might say, take 2 or 3 breath cycles to release out of that, because what we don't really want to do is go and arch and then to release. We want to release slowly so we notice what's going on, right? But that initial cue to follow the inhale is because that is the direction that our body wants to go in as a rule. And then the same for the flatten. So we might say, on the exhale, let the belly sink. And as the belly sinks, that's the sort of natural direction then of the back flattening down, rounding out. So that's the reason that we might cue the breath in that sort of situation. And if you find yourself doing the opposite, get curious about that, do more of that and see how it lands for you. Try it the other way around and see, does it make the movement easier or more difficult? Or if it gets confusing, forget it altogether, just breathe however it comes and focus on the movement. The breath can come later. All right, I hope that helps. Let me know if you have questions and I'll see you next time.